What do you know about football or soccer as it's known outside of the United States? Here are 20 weird facts about the world's most popular sport that you won't believe. Number 20. In England, the Speaker of the House is not allowed to speak. It all has to do with an ancient parliamentary rule that prevents anyone in the role from speaking unless they have permission to do so. This includes during football matches. Imagine being the Speaker of the House and you're a huge Liverpool fan. That would be torture every weekend. Number 19. Lionel Scaloni, the head coach of Argentina's national team, played an absolutely crucial role in leading his squad to victory, ultimately clinching the World Cup title. His strategic guidance from the sidelines was key to their success, and it's pretty impressive that he was a former player himself. That experience definitely helped him understand the game from both sides, right? At 44 years old, he was the youngest coach at the tournament. As for the oldest player, well, that was Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo at 37 years old. Number 18. Before extra time, there were no substitutions. Substitutions weren't even allowed until the 1960s, and even then, it was a rare occurrence. Now teams can make up to 5 substitutions per match. But back in the day, if a player got injured, they had to suck it up and keep playing. This led to some truly gruesome moments, like when England's goalkeeper suffered a dislocated shoulder in the 1966 World Cup final and stayed in the game. Talk about dedication. Number 17. On average, football or soccer balls weigh between 14 and 16 ounces, which is equivalent to about 400 grams. That's heavier than a standard baseball, but lighter than a basketball. One thing that makes this fact interesting is that FIFA has very strict regulations regarding the weight of the ball. The weight of the ball can affect how far it travels, how high it bounces, and how well it can be controlled. So you can imagine the importance of getting it just right. Number 16. If a bird poops on a football field and no one is around to clean it up, does it make the game more exciting? Well, technically, the bird poop should be cleaned up before the game starts. But if it's not, it's perfectly safe to play on, as long as no players step in it, that is. The only time bird poop has affected the outcome of a game was in 2013, when a bird decided to relieve itself on the wrong goal line. Technology was unable to determine whether the ball crossed the line or not, leading to a draw. Number 15. Back in 1889, a man named Arthur Kinnaird became the first person ever to score a hat trick in an international football match. He also scored the first ever goal in a World Cup qualifying match, and he was the first Englishman to ever score 2 goals in a World Cup final. No wonder he was inducted into the English Football Hall of Fame in 2008. Number 14. Back in 1966, the England national team was captained by a man named Bobby Moore. He was the only England captain to ever lift the FIFA World Cup trophy. Sadly, he died of cancer in 1993. But his legacy lives on through the Bobby Moore Fund, which raises money for cancer research. Number 13. Players don't get paid based on their popularity. For example, Neymar da Silva Santos Jr., better known as Neymar, is one of the most popular players in the world. He has over 150 million followers on Instagram. Despite this, he only gets paid about $34 million a year. On the other hand, there are players who aren't as popular but earn significantly more. Gareth Bale, with around 40 million followers on Instagram, reportedly earns about $160 million a year. That's a staggering amount, right? His success on the field definitely translates into some serious cash off the field. Popularity isn't everything when it comes to making big bucks. Number 12. When the first modern Olympic Games were held in 1896, football was almost included. But at the time, the sport was still relatively new, and it was feared that the athletes wouldn't know what to do. In the end, football made its Olympic debut in the 1900 Paris Games, and the gold medal went to the British team. However, after that, football was dropped from the Olympics until 1924. During World War II, football was banned in several countries, including Germany and Italy. Number 11. Despite being one of the most popular sports in the world, football wasn't always played with a round ball. In the early days, the sport was played with a variety of different shaped balls, including an egg-shaped ball made of leather. Nowadays, we're all familiar with the round ball that's used in football. But did you know that it wasn't always the case? Number 10. Although it's referred to as the beautiful game, football can be quite brutal at times. Take, for example, the infamous Battle of Santiago, which took place in 1966 between Chile and Brazil. The match was so intense that it earned the nickname the War in the Andes. The Brazilian team accused the Chileans of deliberately trying to injure them, and the game was marred by violence and bad sportsmanship. Players have to wear special water shoes, and they try to score by throwing the ball into a net. The game is played in pools, and it's a lot more difficult than it looks. Water football is a relatively new sport, but it's already gained a lot of popularity, and there are even international tournaments. Number 8. The highest-scoring football match ever took place in October 2006, when AS Adema from Madagascar played against SO Limern. The final score was 149-0, which is a new world record. That's a lot of goals. And yes, this is a real match that took place in Madagascar. Number 7. The first football club was founded in Sheffield, England in 1857. It was called the Sheffield Football Club, and it's still around today. The club helped to establish many of the rules of the game, including the offside rule, and it also played a key role in the development of the FA Cup. Number 6, England won the first ever FIFA World Cup in 1966. They beat West Germany 4-2 in extra time. The final was held at Wembley Stadium in London, and it was watched by a crowd of over 100,000 people. England hasn't won the World Cup since. Their best performance since then was in 1990, when they reached the semi-finals. Number 5, soccer isn't the only sport to use penalty kicks. There's also something called penalty shootout. A penalty kick is awarded to a team when the other team commits a foul inside their own penalty area. The player takes a direct kick from the spot with only the goalkeeper to beat, and if they score, their team gets a point. It's a simple but effective way to decide games that are tied at the end of regulation time. Number 4, there's a football team in Japan called the Vegalta Sendai. They've never lost a home game in over 10 years. The team was founded in 1954, and they've been playing at the same stadium ever since. Their home stadium is known as the Castle of Steel, and it has a capacity of 25,000 people. The team has won the J1 League once, and they've also reached the final of the Emperor's Cup twice. Number 3, did you know that football has been around for centuries? The earliest recorded game of football took place in China in the 2nd century BC. During the Han Dynasty, the game was known as Kuju, and it was played with a leather ball and 2 teams of 11 players each. The game was part of the military training program, and it was designed to improve the soldiers' skills in marching, running, and jumping. Number 2. Over the years, there have been a number of bizarre injuries in football. In 2011, an amateur footballer from England broke his neck after diving to head the ball. In 2005, a Scottish footballer named Phil Maguire was knocked out for 3 minutes after being hit in the head by his own vomit. And in 2007, a Brazilian footballer named Rogério Ceni scored an own goal from 50 yards after mistaking the ball for a frisbee. Number 1. The Netherlands is the only country to have played in every single FIFA World Cup tournament. Some folks think it's bad luck for the Netherlands to reach the finals since they've never won the tournament before. That's all for the day, and please subscribe for more facts about football and other topics.